Hi there, Stampin' friends. Welcome to Movie Monday with Jody Brackbill, Stampin' Queen. I'm here today to share this fun slider card with you. This is a case from Pinterest. I feel like it might have been Julie Davidson, but I'm not 100% sure. But so cute with our little snowman guy. I love him. So let me show you how to create that. This is the Snowman Season stamp set. There's a coordinating punch that goes with it as well. We do have him available until January 2nd. So if you love Snowman, grab this guy and grab that punch. Sadly, the designer series paper that coordinates with this is already sold out. It was very, very popular. So even I had a hard time getting a hold of it and I needed an extra pack. So I had to do some wheeling and dealing. So let's go ahead and start with our piece of designer series paper, because the trick is getting this little cut. I did use the stitch shape rectangle framelits and getting it to pull like so. And we're going to use our big shot for this. So let's see if I can get it in line. I usually don't like to big shot on camera, but this time we have to. I'm going to take my designer series paper and I'm going to just lay my rectangle right in the center, eyeballing that. Then I'm going to take my top plate and I'm going to take the very edge and just lay it right underneath the top edge of my framelit. So what's going to happen is I'm giving the pressure everywhere that this plate is touching, except it's moving on me, except right on that top of the rectangle. And I'm going to run this through my big shot. Hopefully, I'm trying to see through a camera and do this. It is a little bit of a nightmare, and I'm a left-hander, so I need to do it a specific way. All right, we'll just say a little prayer. Say a little prayer, y'all, that it comes out the correct way. It did not, because it shifted. Dag nabbit. All right, I'm going to run it back through, and I know you're probably getting a crazy shot of my armpits, but it's going to be okay. Hang on. All right, but that is the trick. All right, so if you guys followed me, the trick is just to line the edge of your plate right underneath of that top layer of the rectangle. And that was the gist that I wanted to show you. So let's see if it worked. It's always exciting when you're trying to make a video. This is my very last piece of snowman paper. I don't have any more. So this is it, folks. This is all she wrote. And it worked. All right, let me get this guy out of the way. All right, now we can get to do some business here. One thing I do notice is I don't have my bone folder, but that's okay. What I need to do is just very gently, I want to fold this piece up. And I don't have scores for this because you really can't, because everyone may be laying their paper at a different spot. Okay, so you really don't have, but basically what you're going to want to do is just form a crease right here where it's still attached. Then I'm going to take this piece, and I think it's even. I want to make sure before I lie to you. Fold this piece up to meet. All right, now actually what I need is that piece does have to fold the other way, but I folded it first for my, fold it this way, because I have glitter on the other side of this paper. It's very shimmery and it is very tricky to fold. The glitter just does not like to. So now I'm going to pull in. I am going to do a little bit of a score here. So I just want this little piece to stick out. And then this is new, so I need to figure out which is the scoring. And I just want to do like about a 1/4 of an inch. So I just have my paper in here and I have a 1/4 inch on this side. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little light score there. Now, while I have this paper trimmer out, let me tell you about it. I've been using it and I absolutely love it. I did a video on it before sharing it, but I will tell you one thing you do not have to do is push, okay? Before in the old trimmer, we were kind of really pushing hard to get that cut, and you do not need to do that. The blade is nice and long. The track is nice and it's not crazy deep, and it's tight, so it's not a lot of wobble in there. So when you run your score across, you feel like you haven't done anything, but when you look, oh my gosh, there's a score. And it's not tearing my paper as badly as the other one. Oh, I did it the wrong way. It goes this way as my paper had been. Okay, so this is how that's going to go. It's got this one up, this one down, this one up. So when it pulls, looks like so. Hope y'all followed me. Some days I'm a little clearer than others. All right, so now what we're going to do, I'm going to pull in my Real Red pad, and you can go ahead and attach this down, but I like to just eyeball first in case I make a mistake. I'm not ruining everything. So I'm just going to flip this open, kind of line it up without gluing anything down, and I'm going to stamp my sentiment right through that. Yay. Yay. While I have my ink out, I'm using Real Red, by the way. I'm going to go ahead and do my Merry Christmas. And I think, yeah, I only notched one edge. And my notcher punch isn't here, but that's okay. We don't have to have it. Now, I'm going to take 2 strips of Real Red and attach these to the side. Now I have mine is just a card front because I have my pull there for my sentiment. But if you need to sign it, you know, you can make this a full, all right, pause. This has too many crinkles in it. I don't like it. Get it out of here. All right. It must have got wet and it was all crinkly. I don't like it. All right. So now some, uh-oh, hold please. Oh, kids, thanks for hanging in there with me. Some days it goes a little smoother than others. All right, so now I've got my red strips there. This piece here, and I will put the dimensions, this is going to be my pull, okay? So that's what's going to actually pull out my, or pull up the little window so that you can see the sentiment. And I'm going to punch a hole in the top, and I don't have a big hole punch, so I'm bringing this dinosaur back. If you guys have been around for a while, you know who this is. This is the crocodile. And is that the big one? Yeah. Punch that hole in there. Now I'm going to take this piece here, and I need a bit of tear and tape right across that little flap right there. And that is all I need, because I need that flap to be free moving. Okay, so what's going to happen when I peel this off, lay that nice and flat, and then this one, am I on camera? I feel like I'm shifting down. This one, you're going to kind of eyeball it. It's going to go right to the edge there. And there you go. So that's my puller. So I'm going to go ahead, and I am going to use tear and tape for this, especially because I've got the sticky, the glitter on this designer series paper. So it does not like to use snail adhesive at all. They are not friends. And then I'm going to go up. So being careful not to get any adhesive near the pole, because I don't want to slow it down. And I think I'm just going to do another piece down here just to make sure it sticks. Okay. Now that will go on my card piece, or my card base. I don't know, I feel like I may have seen a squirrel and kind of went off on a little trail here. You can make this a full card. So where I would have my white panel as a card base, or just a quarter sheet of cardstock, you could definitely make that a full card. The other thing I might suggest to you that I did not do was, if you're making it just a card base, just using that quarter sheet, use the thick Whisper White. I think I would really like that with this project. All right, so now I just need to lay this down fairly even. Okay, always say a little prayer to the crafting gods that this will pull. And there we go. It does. Yay. All right, so now just to finish up, I lost my Merry Christmas is here. I'm just going to notch this edge just a tiny little bit. If you have a punch, you could totally use a punch. Mine's put away. Got my little notch, and I do want to put that down with dimensionals. Yes, I do have them. Being very careful not to attach it where the seam is, okay, because you don't want to bend your cardstock when that seam pulls up. So I've got that guy there. And my final thing that I did, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to use it or not, I went ahead and punched out a stitched shape circle, stamped my snowman in Memento, colored him in with the blends, and now can you see I put the shimmery crystal effects on him. Now he's drying, so I don't want to put any adhesive, but what you need to do is make sure that you are having no adhesive past that center fold right there and none past the fold down here. So just 2 pop dots will put him right there. So you can see how you don't want to affect those 2 folds. So no adhesive on the top, and be careful when you're putting him on there. And then our final step will be to put some of our ribbon on there. So I hope you followed along with that. I'm not going to assemble him because I want him to dry first. But this is what you end up with. Cutie little slider card. So thanks so much for joining me. I'll have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week for Movie Monday.